comes the highwaywoman. She comes with music for your soul, and then moves along. She moves along.
If you're just joining us, this is Bridget London, and welcome to this week's edition of the Highwaywoman radio show. I am back here in Nashville. Yes, folks, hell froze over. Here I am. I am back here in Nashville and actually loving every minute of it. It's absolutely great to be back here. And right now, I'm especially happy because live and in person via the airwaves, I'm with Mr. Alamo Jones. This is the first time we've actually met in person, even though we've talked on and off for about 3 years on the good old internet, and Alamo was a guest on the program. I believe it was early last year, and he also was featured on our Johnny Cash specials. So very excited to be talking with Alamo here at his office in Nashville. We're going to find out what's happening with him, feature some music, and a whole lot more. So, hey, Alamo.
How you doing, Bridget?
Are you going to do a hello, I'm Johnny Cash, just because I'm asking?
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Thank you.
And we're coming at you from the Cowboy Arms Hotel and Recording Spa.
So, how long have you been in this particular office that we're in now, Alamo? You were saying earlier when we were talking in the 80s. How did all that come about?
This particular office, I guess, since the fire burnt the Cowboy Arms Hotel and Recording Spa down, and they moved me to a bigger office.
Okay.
But as far as working with Jack Clement, it's 1984, something like that.
84.
On and off for different little projects.
Right. And then you all started doing the radio show that you all had, and you're still doing for Sirius XM. Now, how long you been? You were one of the original programs on that Outlaw Country station, right?
Right. Me and Cowboy Jack Clement, we started with Sirius Radio in 2005, before it became Sirius XM.
Right.
And satellite radio is 10 years old this year. So we got in on it pretty early. And so we did the show. I guess I've done 400 and something shows with the Cowboy Jack Clement as his sidekick. Mm-hmm. And for the last month or so, I've been doing the Alamo Jones show with Sirius XM in Outlaw Country, Channel 60.
Cool. Well, I just want to take just a little minute here and pay a little respect to Jack, and just want to ask you, if there's anything as a man that you would like people. I mean, everybody knows, especially those who listen to this show, know about his musical legacy to some degree, anyway. But if there's something just about him as a man, you worked with him for a long time, or very close to him, that you would like people to know about him.
Well, first of all, I considered him my best friend for many years, and Cowboy Jack Clement and Johnny Cash were real tight since the 50s at Sun Records. And I always had a lot of admiration for both of them. They were big inspirations in my life. Johnny Cash was, of course, first because I worked with him. But once I started finding out a lot about Cash's music and Sun Records and things, I wanted to work with Jack Clement, and the very first time I ever came upon Cowboy Jack Clement was it was Johnny Cash's silver anniversary, so that'd been like 1980. He did a television show, a special on a network called Johnny Cash Silver, and he had Cowboy Jack Clement as a guest on that TV show, and I was working the television show, and I was standing in the wings when Johnny introduced Jack Clement. And when he came out and sat down and he sang When I Dream, and I said out loud in the wings that someday I'd like to work for that man. And in a couple of years, I was working around him. And then I went to work full time for him in 2005. And Cowboy was kind of like a father and a friend, and sometimes a daddy to me, and sometimes a Marine.
Right.
And a Marine can be an asshole because they can.
Right.
And but I learned to really respect that. All different phases. It takes time to understand complicated people, you know. And Jack Lemmon was definitely a complex person.
Okay.
And he liked to do so many different things in entertainment. He's more famous in the industry,
right,
as opposed to the public,
right,
as an artist. And to really know Jack Lemmon is to love him. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't see something or hear something that reminds me of my good friend. And I'm still in the mourning stages because he just died in August the 8th. So.
Right.
But I feel real blessed that I'm still sitting here in his house, in the studio, and continuing. Even on my show, I open all the Alamo Jones shows with a Cowboy Jack Lemmon song, and I close my show with a song of his. So, you know, with that in mind, you know, I can just say that there's not a day that goes by that I don't think of him or miss him.
Right.
Just like I do Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings.
That's right.
And I'm fortunate enough to have worked with all of them and known them all. So when all your friends die, you know, those important icon figure friends, it's kind of lonely.
Yeah.
And he knows that. We'd all like to see Johnny and Jack again.
And then it's an amazing thing to be able to continue and carry on by doing things that you know that they would love and be proud of, and that's what you're doing, and that's what happened after, you know, Johnny passed away. You know, now you had a long history with Johnny Cash. You started working for him. God, how old were you, Alamo? You were
23.
23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wild ride, huh?
Just a kid.
Just a kid, and he actually named you the Voice in Black, which was really cool. We talked about that the last time that you were on the show.
Right.
And then we had a record that you put out called The Voice in Black.
Right.
Right. You know where I'm going with this? So I think we should play a track from that record. Why don't you pick one? What would you like us to play? I like hearing what choices you make.
Well, I got 11 songs on this album.
Right.
And 10 of the songs I wrote with my co-writer, Rob McNerlin, of course, and then the bonus song was with another writer that I wrote 10 songs with, so I chose to put one on the album called Twangtown. Mm-hmm. Because they used to call Nashville, it was kind of a slang nickname, Twangtown. Did you ever hear that?
Not till you told me about it.
Yeah. Did they quit calling Nashville Twangtown? But you remember...
Twang City.
Yeah. So I thought, let's write one called Twangtown, because he didn't bring anything to the table when we sat down to write. So I just thought, let's write one called Twangtown. So, you know, we never played that on the last interview, did we? Twangtown, which is a story about people coming to Nashville to be a star, songwriter and stuff.
Make it big.
Yeah, Twangtown.
All right, Alamo Jones from the album The Voice in Black.
There's a special place down south where the guitars always play. It's a home of country music, it's gonna stay that way. So I pack my bags and my dog named Hag, he loves to tag along. I'm gonna make it or break it, gonna sing my country song. In Twangtown, a Music City dream, where the neon lights are on all night and the guitars never sleep. Lord, I love to feel the feeling when I lay my music down, down, down. In Twangtown.
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Rob the Kid Barrett.
What do you think, kid?
There's something about them country songs that make you wanna sing. From country roads to thunder rolls and the classic Golden Rain. Old Hank, Waylon, Willie Cash, and Patsy paved the way. Lord, I know it's a long, hard ride, but I was born to play. In Twang Town, a Music City dream, where the neon lights are on all night and the guitars never sleep. Lord, I love to feel the feeling when I lay my music down.
Way down.
In Twang Town.
Lord, if I die before I wake, please walk me through them pearly gates.
Dear Lord, before you turn the page, just let me rock that Opry stage. In Twang Town,
a Music City dream, where the neon lights are on all night and the guitars never sleep. Lord, I love to feel the feeling when I lay my music down, 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 way down.
in Twang Town. In Twang Town. In Twang Town.
In Twang Town.
And that was Twangtown off of the album The Voice in Black with my guest here, Mr. Alamo Jones. Now, tell me something now. You've got a project, and you had talked to me about this before last time we talked, but you have a project that has been released after how many years?
32 years.
Holy, holy, holy hell.
Yeah.
32 years.
So I'm just sitting here one day in my office, and the phone rings, and this man with a record label out of Philadelphia at the time wanted to know if this was the guy that did the album, a vinyl album 32 years ago with a band, and the name of the band was Chance. And I said, yeah. And he said, oh, I'm so nervous I can hardly talk to you. And I said, well, take a Valium, drink a beer, and then call me back, and I hung up on it. Because that was just so weird. And in about 15 minutes or so, he called me back. We were talking for a minute, and I said, well, yeah. And he was real happy that he found me. He said I was a very difficult person to find. And he said they were talking about re-releasing the album. I said, well, you can't re-release something that wasn't released. I pressed 1,000 of these vinyls, and then I put them in a storage building and gave a few away, and that was it. You know, because I wrote the 13 songs with my band, and they're all original. And so they signed me to a deal, and then the big thing come out of my mouth was, I'm going to need an advance, or I'm going to hang up on you again. And they did send me an advance, and then they flew in from Philadelphia and spent 3 days with me and interviewed me and put the album out, redone it, put it out. And they did a wonderful 8-page booklet with, I think, 3,500 words or something, interview with me and some pictures.
What's the name of the album?
In Search by Chance on paradiseofbachelors.com. And it's doing real well.
Great.
You know, something 32 years old with mold on it in a storage building, it comes out in 2013, that kind of stuns a guy like me.
But you know what? That is the cool thing about music. Because music doesn't exist in time. Music can transcend all time and space. And that's the cool thing about it. It sure would have been great if it would have come out 32, odd years ago, but it didn't. But the fact that it's here now and people can take it in as it's new to whoever listens to it. I'll discover somebody from like the 1930s that somebody else knows about that I've never heard, but it's new to me. How cool is that?
Well, if you hadn't heard it, it's new to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's new to all the listeners. So how about we play a track from the album? Why don't you pick one that you'd like us to feature on the show?
Okay, I'd like to play a song called Blue Monday.
All right.
Yeah, it's actually a love song that talks about it. You know, a guy being really in love with a girl and they broke up. It's pretty much it, and now it's a Blue Monday.
All right, very cool. Alamo Jones actually as Chance from the album In Search. Here we go, Blue Monday.
The man with many names.
That's right, the man with many names. That's your new song.
One night in a deep sunny night's sleep, I dreamed until Monday, and then you were gone, and I felt, hey,
things I took for granted are so different today. Pain that burns within me, feel is here to stay. Never lose my memories, you're all so dear to me. You're the only one I'll ever love, who I wonder did you see. On this blue Monday, what am I to do? I try to hold myself together, but the pain keeps coming through. Everything I've ever felt was all because of you. Blue Monday's here, but where are you?
I can read between the lines. It was just another poem. Be careful where you step, for I have found that love is better left unsaid. I came to you in the darkness, and I gave my love so free. You took and then you told me I must leave. Please, don't kill my love for you. You hurt me inside, the things you do.
Love you gave to me has been so gentle, sweet and soft. I've lost myself in all of you so many times, can't even count. I can't try to bring you back, although I'm screaming too. See that time can heal all wounds, but today is also blue. On this blue Monday, what am I to do? I gotta hold myself together, but the pain keeps coming through. Everything I've ever felt was all because of you. Blue Monday's here, but where are you? On this blue Monday, what am I to do? I try to hold myself together, but the pain keeps coming through. Everything I've ever felt was all because of you. Blue Monday's here, but where are you?
Where are you, baby? Your dream. Your dream.
And we're back here on the Highwaywoman radio show. This is Bridget London. If you're just joining us, I'm really enjoying my time here with Alamo Jones here in a beautiful day in Nashville, Tennessee. And we want to tell you all that you need to check out Alamo's website and keep track of what he's doing. We're going to give you some more information about when you can listen to his radio show, which I highly recommend, of course. Now, first of all, your website is alamojones.com.
AlamoJonesMusic.com.
All right, let me clarify that one more time. AlamoJonesMusic.com, and you're on Facebook. People can find you out about that. Now, why don't
Twitter.
you're on Twitter?
Yeah.
Are you on? I'm not following you on Twitter. I'll have to change
Well,
that.
it's a new Twitter account because it's a new show. They go to Twitter. It's the Alamo Jones Show.
All right. And when can people listen to the Alamo Jones Show?
It comes on every Saturday and Sunday on channel 60 on Sirius RXM, same channel, and Outlaw Country. And Central Time on Saturday will be from 1 till 5, and Sunday it replays from 5 till 9.
All right. Awesome. So anything else you want to share with the folks? I want to play another track maybe from The Voice in Black. album.
Okay. Okay. I'd like to hear
I play that on my show, actually.
You did?
Here is Alamo Jones. Thank you so much for being on the show with me, and I hope you'll come back real soon.
Anytime for you, Bridget London. I love the Highwaywoman show.
That's right. This is The Damage Is Done. Get the album, folks, The Voice in Black. It's available where all digital retailers are. You can find this album, and the new album is available also on Amazon, iTunes.
Yeah, the quickest way, I guess, you could just Google Chance in search.
Okay.
And you'll find it.
All right. Sounds great. Thanks again.
Yeah, you're the greatest, Bridget.
This is Alamo Jones with The Damage Is Done. And we'll be back on the Highwaywoman Radio Show.
Thank you.
Traveling, thinking out loud, by myself, on the road, on my own, going someplace I've never been. That old sun is going down. I love to drive under the moon all night long, just to get away from you. Makes me feel so alive. There's no need to apologize. Oops, the damage is done. In the dawn, roadside cafe, a blue-eyed blonde waits on me. She holds my hand, says I look so far away. Her tender touch trembles me. I can't explain that I'd like to stay, but for reasons I don't know, I've got to go. Hell's no mystery. I am glad she set me free. Oops, the damage is done. I don't know what is worse, growing old or getting wise. Sometimes a curse can be a blessing in disguise. If it sounds too good to be true, Mama said it probably is. With the hammer down, I put it on cruise and move along. I just reach for the sky now that I realize, ooh, the damage is done. Ooh, the damage is done. You just gotta let it go, Alamo, It's in the past now. I can't even see it in my rearview mirror. Yeah, it feels good, don't it, son? Drive on in, chap. Okay, all right.